Hello, welcome to Spoiler Alert Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the latest episodes in anime. You have been warned. For this episode, we have on our show Yoku Rama. Hey, Yoku.
What's up?
All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do in the anime community?
Well, I haven't been doing much lately, but I used to be somewhat active, and I still have a bunch of videos on my Yokorama Game Talk YouTube channel. But like I said, I haven't really done anything on there in the last couple of years. Really. Maybe like a couple of videos, but maybe one day. I mean, I'm planning a video about this summer season eventually, but no promises exactly. But I am on MangaPod, as a lot of people know me from at this point, because that's pretty much the only place that I actually show up to
nowadays
when it comes to the internet.
I was so tempted to just interrupt you and just go like nothing.
Yeah, that would be very fair, because that's true. That's really true.
All right. So for this episode of the podcast, we will be discussing Ushio and Tora up to episode 7, God Eater up to episode 3 because Ray didn't watch the latest episode.
Boo.
Boo. Gangsta episode 5, Prison School episode 4. Those two are we're gonna be talking about the dub part. Well, Yoku will be, and then just I guess a general discussion of Bikini Warriors because why not, right?
Yeah, I'm actually caught up with that.
I almost want to start with
that. I watch that always.
You know what? You guys want to start with Bikini Warriors because I watched like the last 2 episodes and I just like had legitimate lulls in it. Like I genuinely laughed really, really hard.
Yeah, I have the same problem with it. It actually makes me laugh.
Same problem.
So aside, it's not a problem.
I think it's a problem.
Well, okay, let's do Bikini Warriors just to get that out of the way and just throw that out there. I mean, it's boobs and butts. A lot of butts and boobs, but I'm okay with it because the actual jokes in it are pretty hilarious. Like it makes fun of RPGs and MMORPGs and kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's something I did not expect when jumping onto this.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard that they were making this just for the sake of selling figures, pretty much, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be complete shit. But it actually has some like substance to it when it comes to its comedy. It really doesn't have much anything else, but the comedy, if you're a gamer, especially, like you've mentioned, it's definitely a lot of jokes concerning MMORPGs and how questing works and how armor works and all that stuff. It's just very, very funny and relatable when you're watching it, and you do end up LOLing.
Like opening that chest.
Like, legit. Yeah.
That was so fucking awesome. That was my highlight moment of that whole show.
Yeah, that was
a
good
few.
One.
I had a few, like with the when they're like, "Oh, we're heroes. We can take whatever we want." Because it's true. Like when you play an RPG game, you just go in people's houses and you just take stuff.
That's where I finally.
And they don't do anything.
Well,
about
yeah, but that's where I finally realized that it was actually parodying that. Like, that's where I finally figured it out. Before I was just like, "What the fuck is this show?" And then that episode,
yeah, because with the first episode, you didn't exactly know where to go from it. I mean, they did reference it because it was about the whole armor deal where they got a better armor, but it's exactly the same armor that they had. I mean, that's pretty funny on its own. But really, when I watched it, I just didn't know what to expect, so that just flew over my head at first.
Yeah, you gotta tell somebody that, and it'll make the show 1,000,000 times better. Like, not knowing made the first episode just, what?
I know, I had no idea what to expect.
So
it kind of came off like bad though with the whole bikini thing, because it's like, oh well, it's gonna Bikini Warriors, it's gonna be about just fan service, and then they started off with straight up fan service.
Well,
I mean, I guess you could expect that, but it's like it didn't really open up to like, oh, it's gonna be a parody of MMORPGs and stuff.
Well, I mean, it is just fan service in the end, but it's just really good fan service because there is some depth to it.
And it helps that it's only like what 3 minutes per episode.
About
4 minutes.
If this was a 24-minute episode, I think it would get old pretty fast. But watching this on a weekly basis, just a few minutes, it's kind of the kind of show that I watch in between of other seasonal stuff. Like I'll watch like an episode of Ushio and Tora, then I'll watch Bikini Warriors before I watch Overlord. Just kind of in between just to take a little break.
I wouldn't.
And it's funny because it does make you laugh, and it flies by pretty quick.
I would have done that, but I just binged the last 4 episodes. So.
Yeah, I've actually been following it weekly. I usually don't.
Oh my god, guys! New episode.
Sounded
Bikini
so
Warrior!
proud of that too.
Yeah.
I am.
These yeah, because when it comes to like 3 minute per episode like series, I tend to ignore them or just forget about them after a little bit, and then just end up watching like 5-6 episodes at a time. But this one, I just see it and I'm like, yeah, all right. Let's watch
Who's the best girl?
Who's the best
Yeah,
girl?
Best girl has to be discussed.
Oh man, I haven't really thought about
Exactly. That's why we have to discuss it.
it. All right, I gotta pull up a list of all.
Do they even have actual names? And is it just like mage,
No,
fighter?
no, there's Dark
No,
Elf,
there's-
Fighter, Mage, Paladin, Hunter, and Valkyria.
There's only
Really
4.
Which we haven't. Yeah, we haven't seen her. Oh, there's a new one.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
why
she's
I
on
was
the
like,
character
what?
list. Okay, okay. But favorite
I don't know
girl.
which is
Best
who.
girl. It's not favorite,
here
it's
it
best. You gotta state it like you're saying fact, otherwise you can't say it's best girl.
I don't know. I'm liking Mage. You know, little Lolly is
Don't ruin her for me. She's not a
Lolly
lolly.
girl. She's like
Lollies
Lolly-ish.
aren't allowed to have tits like that.
No, she's not lolly. She's just very soft.
I bet she is.
Her personality. Her personality.
They have personalities too, guys.
Uh,
Or maybe Paladin. I don't know. She wants to sell her body all the time, right?
I was.
no, I think it's gotta be Mage for me as well. She's really funny and awkward, and yeah.
I think she's the one that points out like what's really going on. Like, are we not supposed to like break into these people's houses?
Yep.
Fighter did
Or
that
like,
too.
we shouldn't be selling these elixirs. What if we need them?
That episode's where she really shined on that part.
That was great. The last part when they opened the chest and
Yeah,
it's like
it's
the
the
same thing
same
that they were
thing.
trying
Yeah,
to
that's what I was
get.
mentioning before about the chest. I was like, that was the highlight moment for me.
That was the best. That's why I split episode 5.
Well, now I'm like looking forward to this new character. That's like something to look forward to.
Gonna have to rediscuss Best Girl.
I know we can't really. I guess we can't. You know.
The best
who
girl
best
so
girl
far.
is.
Even the show
I
agrees
know.
with us though, because they made that joke like, why did Mage just sell for more?
It's
Yeah,
true.
no, it is. It is. It's definitely true.
So no best girl. I'm guessing. No, yet, not yet. Until we
No,
see
I
the
think
last one.
I'll say Mage. I'll stick with Mage,
Mage?
for now. Yeah, I mean she's the one I do like to see on screen most. So best girl, Mage. There.
Yep. Okay, we're locking that in. Everybody, lock that in.
Yeah, it's been said
Mage best girl. Like, it's fact now.
of this date. It might
Of this date, and yeah, it might change until we see who was the last one. I don't.
Val-
Yeah,
Valkyria.
this is just Best Girls War. This isn't Waifu War. Shit can change here.
No, once you choose one, you can't.
Best Girls, you can switch Best Girls. You can't change Waifu.
Okay, yeah.
there's a whole rule book to this.
Exactly.
Have you not read it?
No, where is
Well,
this?
that's why your
rule book?
waifu's trapped, because you don't even know the
You
rules.
can't say. No, wait, hold on. You can't say that.
Excuse me.
Wait, hold on. I gotta snap at this. You can't just say that.
I don't even know who your waifu is, but she's still trash.
It's Kururu from Air Gear.
Oh,
Trash.
okay.
That's my. Hey, hold on. I heard that.
I might have to
heard
give
that.
any Air Gear character. I kind of gotta have. There's a soft spot in my heart. After that anime died,
Manga's still strong. Well, manga's done, but like it's
was
still
she?
strong.
I can't remember. Was she
For
even
me, at
introduced in the actual anime?
She was introduced in the OVA.
Okay.
But she was
They need to
never-
remake series like that. That you had like a really old anime and then the manga eventually ended. They need to just kind of go back and redo some of
I
those.
don't understand why they even stopped Air Gear. The anime was actually good.
Maybe cut up to the manga at that point, or was getting close to it or something.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. But the manga has a lot of chapters, so I don't know really.
Isn't it like?
Let's make it a 75 episode show and then done. That's it. Boom.
Could you do that though? There's a lot of content,
Manga's like 300 and something chapters, isn't it?
Oh, that's true.
if not more. I don't know how much it is.
It would take at least 150-ish episodes, I'm guessing. to go through.
Hey, if they do reboot the series, I'd see more Air Gear cosplayers at like conventions. Which I
doubt they would though.
So,
That it's one of those
I know.
series that just it has a fan base, but it doesn't have enough of a fan base for it to be.
But it has titties.
As do many.
So does Bikini
And
Warriors.
it has a show. That is a show that currently exists. Air Gear is a past show.
Still a show. Still a show. Anyways, we're kind of getting off topic. Let's go ahead and talk about Ushio and Tora, episode 7. So in this episode, we got to find out more about his dad and kind of a little bit with his mom.
Yeah, this was the episode
great.
that progressed the story the most out of any other episode that we saw so far.
Yeah, I thought the show was gonna be like, oh, here is the demon of the week that you gotta destroy. But no, there is an overarching story, and I'm kind of glad that they kind of involved his family a little more, because I thought his dad was just gonna be like this silly old dude.
Did you really think that?
In the story? I did. Yes, I legitimately did. It's like, oh, this dad is
That's
pointless.
almost never the case. The silly characters are always badasses.
Yeah, usually the silly characters are the ones that are like really really deep. When nobody's looking.
I could start stating examples, but I would end up spoiling some stuff for Shuna. But yeah, that's especially in like shonen style shows.
Yeah, I expected something to happen, especially with his dad. I mean, I've never read the manga or watched that OVA series, but I did expect something. But I did not know exactly how things would go down. I'm kind of happy that this did happen already, because the first 6 episodes, I mean, they were good. I did enjoy them, and they did have some character progression throughout with Ushio and Tora. How they slowly accepting each other. I mean, that's pretty cool, and him fighting all these yokai, and just kind of figuring out his own strength. But I did not know exactly where this series was gonna go and how long it would take it to go, and this totally showed exactly the direction that what to expect from the upcoming episodes, and I'm totally looking forward to more.
The pacing's been perfect. If you really think
Yes.
about it, like they've done everything they need to do to get you attached to each character a little bit and give you more, backstory little by little. And now they're like dumping it all on you, making it like real hype for what's gonna happen next. Because how many episodes is the series actually gonna be again?
It's 26 for the first series, and the second season is gonna have 13. I'm hoping there's more, because I feel like 29 episodes or 39 episodes isn't gonna be enough to cover the whole manga. I mean, the whole manga is 313 chapters.
Yeah,
That's
that wouldn't.
33 volumes.
I don't know. I just know the pacing so far has been incredible when you look back.
Man,
at it.
I really hope they go through all of it. I hope they don't just like stop it at one point, because I'm gonna end up reading the manga.
Maybe they just need after the first season they'll just like greenlight more. They probably.
I hope
they probably
so.
Need ratings,
I mean, it's been.
You can't just start something and not have the ratings and like greenlight 75.
I wonder how the ratings are. I haven't really looked that up, but
We got to look at the Japanese.
That's
ratings.
something.
But so far, everyone that has watched it has loved it. That like hearing from people that watched it through Twitter and just reading online and reading through forums. Everybody freaking loves this series so far, and for me personally, it sort of came out of nowhere. I heard of it, but I didn't really expect much from it. I thought it was gonna be one of those subpar shitty shonens that have come out in the last few years. Because there's quite a few of those that try to be something but totally fail. But once I watched episode 1 and then kind of read into it and saw that this is an adaptation of an older manga, I'm like, okay, all right, this is gonna be good. This is from like back in Shonen Prime days manga. This came out alongside with Hakusho. So I'm like, I got really excited about it, and so far it has not disappointed me.
I just really want to wonder about those ratings though, because like. It is very weird, though, to release something like this nowadays, especially when they kept the art style, because it's going to drive a lot of people off, I feel like.
For me, it's the opposite, though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's the average age for somebody who watches anime, though?
Well, this kind of stuff, I'm guessing, just like, teens. This is like, focused towards the teens.
Exactly, so how many of them are going to like that art style, because it's like... Because, I mean, I think for all of us, it's partly like a blast from the past.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I already made a reference to Hakusho, and this series does have so much Hakusho to it. It's insane, and like that's probably half the reason why I'm loving it so far. It also has a lot of Degrayman feel to me. I don't know. There's not like exactly too much similarity, but just the way the pacing works from the beginning. I know Degrayman goes into quite a bit of filler later on, but it's just it has all the shonen aspects to it that I love from the past finally brought back. I know there's been new shonens like Seven Deadly Sins and Akame Get Killed. That I mean that's kind of more
Yeah, I
seinen,
was
I
gonna say
guess.
that's not showing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but I mean, like there has been newer ones coming out, and they 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 just don't. They're missing something, the charm, and this has the charm.
I mean, I would argue with you there about Seven Deadly Sins not having charm, but
I mean, it has its own charm.
it's not the
It
same
definitely
kind
has
of
its
charm
own
though. If that's what you're trying to say,
I haven't
100%
watched the
agree.
anime. I've read the first couple volumes of the manga so far.
I think the anime did a really
and
good job. So
based off the manga, it has its own like newer shonen charm.
yeah, it's definitely a different kind of charm. But I was gonna say it definitely has charm.
Yeah, I do enjoy that series a
Just
lot.
keep in mind, I'm not saying Ushio towards bad because I love the freaking show too. I'm just wondering how ratings will be because of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
ratings. That's a really interesting
I
question.
haven't found any. I mean, I've been looking right now to see if there's any ratings.
It may be a little bit too soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's only what,
for-
like 7 episodes? 7 episodes now, so
Yes.
yeah.
They gotta have like some sort of
I hope
weekly
it's
rating
doing
chart
good.
though, don't they? I would think
That's what I was looking
because
for.
we get that from Toonami. So it's
Well, this one ain't on Toonami, so we can't get
Well, no.
that.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. Like,
I don't
Japan
know.
might be a little bit more.
I think it would be good
like,
on
holding
Toonami,
it back.
actually.
well, probably.
to see
But
this
I
show.
think it's more important, not even the ratings, but the sales on the Blu-rays when they come out. That's probably where a lot of the money is going.
That will probably matter a lot, partly because they already have greenlit for season 2. Like normally, I would probably disagree with you, but considering that situation, I would have to 100% agree there.
But yeah, I really have high expectations for the rest of this anime because so far all 7 episodes have been just joy to watch and not just even like watching it, but the just getting so hyped up from the soundtrack, from the openings and endings. Like I never skip those. Usually, you skip those, but
Mhm.
for me, I just can't. Like they're so freaking hype.
Oh, the opening is so like
and the
classic,
ending,
Yeah.
and
you
the
know?
ending,
and the ending,
is so
yeah.
good.
It's not even.
I mean,
it's not
like-
even just hype. It's nostalgia hype too.
hmm
Yeah, it's the charm.
Yeah.
It's what I love. I'm a big fan of 90s era is my favorite era of anime, and I've watched a lot of stuff from there. I went back and I'm still going back and watching stuff from that era. And Hakusho, Yu Hakusho, that's from that era as well. That's my favorite anime. So just seeing a new series with that feel, it's just totally up my alley, and I do want to see more of this, but that will only happen if I'm not the only one that feels that way, and if Japan feels that way, really.
I mean, I'm kind of glad that Mappa kept the style, like that old school style, compared to like Parasite, where they made it more modern.
I did enjoy Parasite, though.
But yeah, I mean, I still enjoyed it, but I think with this kind of series, with the shonen, this there's just something about this where it would look a lot better if it was in this older style. So I'm kind of glad
But-
Mappa went with that.
What if they did do a new style? Do you think we'd still be praising it the same way we are
No.
now? I
Probably.
don't think so.
I mean, I think with this whole demon kind of the storyline with yokai
Demon
and
is
stuff
so
like that, it's like
90s.
yeah, it's a very like 90s thing. I mean,
yeah.
there's demons now, but they're like over sexualized female demons. That's usually how it is. Which is I'm okay with it, whatever. But like for this kind of style anime, it's like it needs to be like this older feel to it, I think.
What if this let's say this anime does like amazing, right, in Japan, and it makes a shit ton of money, right? What do you think there's gonna be like motivation for new mangaka to make anime in this style again, or like with this sort of like demons badass shonen fights and all that crap. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of like this is like pure shonen. This has the pure shonen seal to it, and we haven't really been getting that all. I mean, we have series here and there that do come out that are really good, but they don't follow the old rules. They're kind of more towards the newer side of shonen. But if this series does really good, and new mangaka will see that, I mean, there's a chance that they might think of making something more on the lines of this and try to follow some of the older styles a little bit more closely.
No, they're gonna disappoint you and they're gonna reboot Inuyasha. That's all that will happen.
I'm okay with that. I liked Inuyasha. I'm okay.
I'm a big fan of Inuyasha. That's another series that just.
Would you really want to rewatch Inuyasha though?
No.
Probably not. No.
And I don't think I ever will.
Exactly.
Honestly. But there's moments that I do go watch some AMVs here and there, just like some older fights, and hearing Inuyasha yell "Kagome!" I mean, it goes way back, you know.
That was actually really good.
That was so good.
That's the first time I've ever done that.
You heard it here.
You'll
first.
But I mean, I really like this kind of style because that's the style. I mean, old shonen is what got me into anime in the first place, and probably for the first few years of like seriously watching anime, while knowing it was anime, I was going back and watching all these crazy battle shonens, and I kind of miss those days, and it's been a really long time since I've actually watched one. And Ushio and Tora was definitely a pleasant surprise, especially since I kind of went into this whole summer season blindly. Like I saw that Gangsta was coming out. I'm like, oh, I read the manga. That's a cool series. And I saw a couple other I checked out the Bones anime, and I'm like, oh, you know, the Bones is really good. I like that studio. But Ushio and Tora just kind of flew under my radar. I didn't really look into it. So seeing that and just being blown away week by week of how much I'm just enjoying it. I know it's not the greatest thing, obviously. It's not like the most original or like 10 out of 10 kind of stuff, but it's just so fucking entertaining.
It's entertaining, yeah.
It's so entertaining, and it just gets
really
more
good.
and more entertaining week by week.
And I think it's mostly, I mean, for me, I've never really been into shonen, you know, old school shonen especially, but I think what really gets it is the pacing of it, and I think we've mentioned that earlier, and it's just perfect, I think.
It's literally like a shining example so far, in my opinion, of what good pacing is.
I hope they don't just like rush some stuff and end up like having an anime only thing, or just kind of like skip arcs. I hope they just, even if they don't continue the anime, I hope these 3 seasons will follow the manga truly and just kind of keep going at the pacing that they need to go. It's fine. I'll go read more the manga afterwards, but just please don't like rush it and end up doing something stupid with it, because that could easily happen.
It just happened
to appeal other people. What do you mean it just happened?
I forget what anime it was. I'm actually trying to find out right now. There was an anime I watched, I think it was last season, that it was so good up to like episode 9, and the last 3 episodes were like so rushed.
Oh man, I hate when that happens.
Huh? Was it Chaika? Because I felt that with Chaika.
No, it wasn't as good.
It wasn't last
no,
season though, huh?
That wasn't the one I was thinking of. What was it? There was something recently that they literally, it was the last 3 episodes.
I didn't watch anything from last season, so I can't.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to
I watched
find
too
out.
much last season.
Oh, Yamada-kun. Fucking, I love Yamada-kun, but they
right,
screwed
yeah.
up by rushing too much at the end. Like, it made the last few episodes really hard.
How's the anime called?
Yamada-kun and the 7 Witches.
He's writing it down.
But you can hear me typing.
I heard that.
It's actually really, really good. I really liked it, but the last 3 episodes were so hard to follow because they rushed it so much, and it was very complicated what was going on. If you actually like took it slowly, you'd realize that. Instead, you're just like, I don't even understand. I'm just gonna watch. And like at the end, you're finally like, oh, I
this
kinda
looks
get
quite interesting, and a lot of people are saying good things about it.
Because it is good, but they rushed the
It
last
is
few
good.
episodes, and it could have been done so much better if they had like 2 more episodes to actually like do things more properly. I feel like
That happens so often where anime, if like you just think, man, if only they had like a couple more episodes.
yeah. I mean,
they need to change that. They need to be like, instead of 12, let's just do like 15, and then just make that like the number 15 episodes
For
per
some
season.
shows,
Sometimes they do even less, like 10.
yeah, I don't even.
So-
Oh yeah. Oh
But
gosh.
that's the
That
worst.
show literally, I mean, I don't. Like, a lot of shows do 13. Why do they not at least give Yamada-kun one extra episode?
Maybe they do. Maybe they have some kind of OVA or something that's coming out. I mean, that happens a lot with most anime these days. Get some kind of OVA eventually.
Maybe, but it ruined the pacing though.
But it still wouldn't have, it still wouldn't have
Yeah.
fixed the ending though, because it wouldn't have like extended the ending. The ending already happened.
So it does it like it ends the story then, right?
It does it sort of like this
I'm-
open-ended, like, and either thing could happen.
um,
And I think they are having an OVA come out. They are. 2 OVAs actually. They left it very open-ended, but they ruined it, and I pray to God that doesn't happen to Ushio, because, I mean, Yamada-kun was still good, and Ushio would still end up being good, but you gotta hate that when something doesn't reach its full potential, because of something
Yeah.
stupid like rushing it.
Well, I think, I don't know how it is in Japan, but for here, you're given like a set number of episodes.
I'm pretty sure it works the same way there, it's just, you don't, I don't know. That's hard, that's hard,
So-
I mean, I don't work on that.
Yeah.
But it's still, it really messed up the ending for that one. I hope that doesn't happen to Ushio. But they have 39 already greenlit then, so
I'm guessing it's gonna go even further if it's successful in Japan. I mean, 39 episodes is kind of like a weird number.
yeah.
it's three. It's three
I mean-
core. That's 3 core. That's pretty much running for 3 seasons.
That's
Yeah, pretty much.
But I feel like high hopes for this one, and hopefully Japan feels it too.
I hope it gets at
They can
least
give
at
us
least
more.
3
Come
more.
on, Japan.
At least 3 more cores.
Japan.
If they do, and then they continue at this pacing and just keep on adapting the manga faithfully, I think this could be something really really good, and something for people to remember over the years. I know that the OVA didn't get really good really good ratings, and people didn't really care for it back in the 90s. It came out around 92. There was like 10 episodes.
Mhm.
It came out over the course of a year or something.
Did you actually watch
but-
that yet? Because you've been tweeting about it like crazy.
I haven't watched it yet. I was gonna watch it with a friend of mine, but she's been kind of like busy and stuff, so I'm probably gonna end up watching it on my own. There's a dub for it, so I'm probably gonna end up watching it dubbed. And I bet you it's horrible, a horrible dub.
Oh, 90s dub is
But
the
I will
best.
watch
What are
it.
you talking about?
I cannot. If there's a 90s dub, yeah, I gotta watch it. And
You gotta
and I'm
watch
tell-
it.
yeah, there's 10 episodes and then a side story episode, and all of it is dubbed. There's like 11 altogether. 30 minutes per episode, and I wonder how the pacing is on there. And also, I'm kind of afraid. I don't really want to get spoiled with the anime. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
watch it to the point where the anime's at. If it's gonna be like an episode 3 or 4 where it reaches the point in the anime, I'm probably gonna end up stopping. Because I'm really enjoying this anime, and I don't really want to get spoiled, even though I have already been spoiled by a few things. Just my curiosity, you end up reading about some characters, and then you see the little spoiler button, and you're like, okay, I'll click it just for a second, just for 1 sec. Oh shit! That's usually what happens. You end up reading one word, but you don't read the whole thing, and then you just end up thinking
Mhm.
about it, and then
You
you
already know what's
and then
gonna
you
happen.
piece it all together, and you're like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna end up watching that. Are you guys end up watching that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It depends. If I have the time to, which I normally don't, I would.
I'll probably
But
end up
we'll
playing
see.
Hearthstone
I mean,
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I'll just have playing in the background, just to see the difference, because this
Well, if it's dubbed,
this
yeah.
takes the 90s, like we're talking about the 90s feel, but that's like legit made in 90s. So I wonder how like it compares. to
That's true.
Right.
How does the 90s feel in the 90s? Yeah.
All right. So that was a long discussion of Ushio and Tora. So let's go ahead on to God Eater episode 3. I kind of want to get like a first impression because I'm kind of confused with this show, like how I feel about it. I don't know
Disappointed?
about you guys, like especially because it's Ufotable. Yeah, I mean the art is beautiful and it's a weird art. It's like 3D,
It's
but not
interesting
really.
style. It's just I'm disappointed so far. It's not. Keep in mind we're only episode 3 for this, but so I don't know what happened to episode 4 because I was working.
Yeah, I saw 4, but I didn't.
I was working,
Yes,
so
yeah.
I couldn't watch it before we did this. But I expected more of this. I wanted more action and stuff, and what was it? Only episode 3 was really like intense. I feel.
Episode 3 was probably the best one so
3
far.
was actually not
'Cause of-
boring.
Yeah, right.
For a change.
Yeah, the aerial battle was really cool.
1 and 2 was really boring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with it.
I think the main problem is its exposition is really bad. It doesn't really explain things really well, and it just kind of jumps around. And it's just, I don't know, with these flashbacks is like
Oh my God.
its form of exposition. It's not really working
Okay,
very
I'm gonna
well.
take that back. I watched like the first 5 seconds of episode 4, and as soon as I saw that, because it was like I think it was like a couple days ago, I went to go watch it, and as soon as I saw the flashback right away, I closed the fucking link. I was like, nope. Like, I hate how they're doing that. It makes
You don't like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a really bad way. It's a bad way of explaining what happened and what's going on.
And that's
in the
supposed to be
series.
the interesting part.
it
I
made
know.
me not watch the
I
most
feel-
recent episode.
Oh man.
I don't know. I'm really torn because it is Ufotable or UFO table. I don't know how people pronounce it, but it's them, and it's like watching watching Glass Live, you know, because you're like, oh, it's PA Works and I love them, but
Yeah, but you gotta have that self-respect not to just follow something because of the brand that's connected to it.
it's true.
That's really the only word I have to say about it. So far, it's disappointing, but I will keep watching, though, because I'm not going to follow my own advice. I'm going to keep watching it because it's Ufotable.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it too. I did watch episode 4. We're not gonna really talk about it, but episode 3 was good.
It was
It's something
really well
that
done. It was really
it's something
well done.
that because I watched the first 2 episodes and I was so bored by it. I was on the same train as everybody else. I was disappointed. I was like, what the hell? Like, this is supposed to be really good. It was hyped. It was but yeah, it was kind of lame.
They even had a giant poster at AX for God Eater.
Instead of the
What?
actual AX poster.
But,
Instead of
but
actually
watching
the
it
AX
after
poster.
watching episode 3, I sort of changed my opinion on the series, like on the way to how I look at it. Like, I'm not gonna expect anything from it anymore. Nothing great, because I'm pretty tolerable when it comes to watching anime. I watch some pretty bad stuff and still find enjoyment from it. And I believe that I will find enjoyment from this one because the art style is pretty unique. I do like the difference, you know, because I'm watching all this stuff. A lot of the stuff looks the same, but this is something that's just unique. It doesn't always look great, but when it does look good, it looks pretty decent. So I'm just gonna keep watching it. I will take all the enjoyment out of it as I can, but. It's not gonna be anything that I'd probably talk about again once I finish it, unless I'm making fun of it. So that's my opinion on it.
I think the show caters to people who played the game.
Yeah, I've heard
like
that
Collection.
there's people that did play the game. Their opinion on this series is completely different than ours.
Yeah, I think that's like what it is. Like Kantai Collection, even though I never played the game, I mean I still enjoyed it because cute girls doing cute things. But for this one, it's kind of different because you kind of need a story, and I think all the story is in those games, and people who played them probably find more enjoyment in it. Which kind of sucks for people who haven't played the game and it's done by Ufotable, and people are like, oh, it's a Ufotable anime, let's watch it, and then they get highly disappointed.
That can
like
always
we
happen
are.
though. I mean, even manga, like whenever you've read the manga and then you watch an anime, it's gonna seem better because you loved the manga already. Same thing works with games. Like I love Food Wars probably even more than I should. Granted, I would defend that anime as being good too, but I can't deny I'm probably a little biased. Whenever you already liked the base material for a show, you're gonna be biased. So, and there's always gonna be stuff in there that is gonna be skipped that you know that makes the show better for you, but not for your average viewer. There's probably shit we never even learned about going on in God Eater. That everyone who's played the game,
like the background story, like what's actually
name?
happening.
The guy
should
that
have been
died,
explained.
what's his name? Like he's probably like super awesome, badass. Like we just never got to know his backstory.
Probably.
The guy died. What was it, episode 2?
Yeah.
Everybody made a big deal out of it for a
Episode
second, then nobody gives a shit
Right?
afterwards.
I don't even know his name. That's the point. The guy that died. That's his name.
No, he had a name.
He had a name, but he just
Was it an English name?
Yeah.
It might have been like Chris or
Oh, like
something.
Nicholas. No, that's from Gangsta.
Yeah,
That's from Gangsta. Wrong one.
Was it like-
Wrong
was it
one.
like
That's
Kurt or
our next
something?
discussion.
I don't
No, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that this anime, or maybe it was a specific fight scene, was it was done in CG, but it was rotoscoped over. I don't know if it was true or not. I saw a tweet about it. I can't find it anymore, but if it's true, that's kind of cool. I just wanted to point that out.
Mhm.
And it's a unique way of doing the art style. And yeah, like this whole like 3D kind of, not 3D. I mean, the fight scenes are in 3D, like some of the monsters, but like the character design itself is very cosplayable. I just want to say too, like I can see a lot of people
God,
cosplaying
I'm
as
gonna
these
hate
characters.
that so much because they're gonna be carrying around ridiculously sized freaking weapons. Pet peeve of mine. I learned that this year at AX. Yeah,
Giant swords
oversized
everywhere.
props. Pet peeve right there. I support you in what you're doing, sir, but you're annoying the crap out of me.
So yeah, I guess that's all we can say about God Eater. Let's go ahead on to Gangsta episode 5, and Yoku, tell us how the dub is.
It's alright. It's not bad. It's
You were
not bad at
hyping it
all.
up earlier.
It is good. No,
I was so hyped. I
no.
was like, what is
The
it?
thing is, it's
No,
really
wait.
hard. It's really hard for people to accept Nick's version of the dub because he sounds
That's what I was gonna
really
ask
cool.
about, yeah.
And it's pretty epic whenever Nick talks in the Japanese
Yeah.
version. But they tried to do
Mhm.
something weird with his voice, but he just sounds a little bit off. Maybe it's just gonna take some time to get used to that voice. But that's pretty much the only downside of the dub. And it might not even be a
Mhm.
downside to a lot of people. It might just be me. Um, but the rest of the voices are really good. There's a lot of common voices that you hear in other Funimation dubs, but they do fit the characters, and it's kind of like the voices that you would expect for like the chief, the police officer chief and his subordinate. I mean, like that's the kind of voices you expect. The doctor has a typical voice that you'd expect. So I mean, it's pretty good, and I think it's good enough for a weekly broadcast dub. They're probably gonna change up and fix up some stuff a little bit for the actual release. But yeah, I think it's worth watching if you prefer dubs, especially. Uh, I ended up putting the anime on hold, and I'll be waiting till it catches up to the episode 5 where I'm on right now, and I'm just gonna continue on with the dub, and I'm gonna probably have pretty much the same amount of enjoyment from it because episode 1, by rewatching it, I didn't really lose any enjoyment. So, yeah.
But yeah, so this anime is very seinen, right? I mean,
Uh-huh.
it has that feel from like Black Lagoon, kind of. It has that feel to it as well, where it's that violence and that more adult themed series compared to other, like, I mean, Ushi and Tora, you might say it's a little bit more adult with demons, but it's still shonen because it's still like with a kid. But
just
this one's
gangsta.
definitely for more. It's
I have one problem with Gangsta, and that is that I wish it was higher budget. That's pretty much it. I mean,
Man Globe.
who's doing this?
it's a really good adaptation so far, and I like the way they're doing things, and they don't really censor anything, and it's really badass. But if it was done by somebody like Madhouse or something, Madhouse budgets, I think it would be so
Mhm.
much better. Like you said, you compared it to Black Lagoon. Like if it even had Black Lagoon's budget, like the Black Lagoon's look,
Right.
it would be even better. But it's just kind of choppy sometimes. But at least they do put their budget, put their money into the fight scenes, which are the more important things
Yes,
for
the fight scenes are
for
good.
the series. But outside of the major fight scenes, it can get a little bit choppy, and it does kind of take me out of the story. Though I did read the manga already, so I already kind of know what was happening for a while at this point. But still, I wish the budget was a little bit higher. But they did.
Mhm.
I think the adaptation overall is pretty good, and it's good that they're not censoring
The
anything,
thought,
because that would kill it.
the thought of
It-
Madhouse having like done it instead kind of gave me like a little bit of a boner there for a second.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I thought. I thought ever since I read the Gangsta back a long time ago from MangaPod, I always thought that if this series would get adapted, Madhouse would be the best studio because it kind of fits the atmosphere of the show, fits the overall Madhouse feel So I think they would have done a really good job with Manglobe. I think are doing a decent job. They could have easily ruined it. Somebody else could have ruined it. So at least it's not to the point where we'd be bashing it. You know.
How many volumes does
I'm
the
not
manga
even sure.
have?
I haven't read it in a long time. It has
I feel
quite
like
a
it's in the
bit.
double
It
digits.
has quite a bit at this point.
It's in the double digits, isn't
I
it?
think so. Yeah, I think early double digits, under 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's somewhere on there. I feel confident enough that I'm not even gonna look it up. Bam, professional.
I feel like looking it up and just like saying, nope, it's just kidding. It's like more than that or less than that.
The one thing I do like, because I did watch the trailer for the dub, the one thing I do take away though is like the difference between those voices is, for me at least, was when you hear the Japanese voice. Like I don't know why you said that in my opinion, but you said like it sounds more like badass kind of, like more rough. Like I feel completely different about it because I feel like bad for him kind of at the same time. Like I get that feeling of it as too, but I also like get to like pity him a little bit every time I hear him talk like that. Except for when he smiles, because then he's like, "Oh, that's badass."
Well, his smile is like freaking devil smile. Man. He's a scary guy.
But whenever you hear him just talking,
It's just
smiling,
they turn off like the back. I don't know if this is like always the case, but there was moments where they would turn off the background soundtrack when he starts talking, and he just starts like speaking out of nowhere. They don't even focus the camera on him. You just hear him talk, and it's just kind of like makes you hold your breath for a moment. That's kind of like the feeling that I get when I'm watching the sub. It's just kind of like, oh man, Nick is talking. Everybody quiet. Yeah? but the English dub version did not give me that sort of like impact feeling, and I hope that it will maybe in the future. Maybe that guy's gonna try something else or try to go deeper with his way of adapting his mute voice. But yeah, I mean, it's really like the only thing that I have fun with the dub. But I do like it's supposed to kind of make you feel uncomfortable, you know, because that's not something that you don't hear people talk like that all the time. So it's supposed to be like, oh, especially like in Japanese. I mean, it's a little bit different than even hearing it in English, you know, with somebody who can't hear speaking. So it's just something completely different, and it catches you off guard, and that's why it's epic in a way, because the way they use it as well in the scenes, they use it really well.
So
in talking.
Yeah, so we've seen that Nick's a gigolo or whatever, right?
Yes.
Because I find
He's
that
a gigolo.
awesome. I don't know why. I find that to be an awesome like character trait. And yet it
To
makes
be a
me
gigolo.
yeah, but it makes me feel bad for him too, because I'm like, that's kind of gross, because that means he was like a 13-year-old being a gigolo, like doing these old ladies.
Yeah.
When I think about that, I'm like, oh, I kind of feel bad for you, but at the same time, like,
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of dark themes overall.
like
in
especially
this-
with
in
the
this manga,
prostitute that they saved. I'm kind of wondering like what her. I mean, you've probably already seen it, Yoku with the manga, but like what her background is. I mean, she's still having those like post-traumatic moments where she sees, her pimp or whatever, and she still has that, and that's kind of cool because there's not a lot of shows that kind of focuses on these kind of topics. This town itself is just like a shithole basically.
I mean, her story does not interest me nearly as much as how she's gonna impact, like, Nick and Warwick, their story.
Warwick.
Because like they keep foreshadowing the fact that her being there is not good. Like that she should go.
Yeah, and they mentioned someone in the past too.
Yeah, but that's another thing too. I'm wondering what's going on with Nick and the one chick that they showed in the brothel. I think it was. Right? Was that a brothel?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, right, the one that was like in the bed or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
wondering if she has something to do with that part, or if that's like, because they also foreshadowed that I think a little bit more, and they mentioned like you want to end up like her or whatever in that one episode. That was episode 5, right? Was the end of it?
I think.
I don't know.
I
They,
don't remember.
Yeah, I saw episode 5 a couple weeks
I don't
ago.
know. Either way, it goes, they
But yeah,
foreshadow
it's somewhere
like,
around
a
there
lot
that it
to
ended.
do with like.
There's
Because I remember
They're,
that.
they're foreshadowing a lot, and like I'm more interested in their story than hers, and how she'll affect their story. Like, I'm not really too concerned about her actual past, though. I'm more concerned about her present.
Right. And her future. And their future.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's just so much, like, stuff about all the characters that we don't know, and then this whole, like, town and the whole 3 laws thing. Which, the 3 laws is basically what, like, the laws of robotics from iRobot that I remember. If you guys, I don't know if you caught that.
In a way, but
can't.
did they even... I think you're an episode ahead, aren't you?
Oh, am I?
I feel like you are, with that part.
I thought they talked about the laws in episode 5 in the beginning.
I don't know if they actually said what they were, but...
Oh, well.
The
Well,
laws themselves have been mentioned throughout, like,
the
the
laws,
whole show.
It's basically the laws of robotics. But instead of robots, it's the Twilights and their badassness.
I don't know why the Twilights keep like making me get like this Blood Plus feel from it, but I don't know. Maybe that's because the fights are similar.
Is it?
Kind of. At least the original.
I haven't seen Blood Plus in forever. I don't think I've ever seen it from beginning to end, too.
It's so good.
Is it?
I enjoy it quite a bit. But anyways. I mean, I have nothing to complain about Gangster. I'm just enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, it's still a really
OP.
good
It's just
series.
entertaining.
That OP!
Yes! I love the OP.
It does such a good job at getting you
It's-
hype. And there's no nostalgia in this hype, it's just hype.
Yeah. I do want the full opening, though. That's definitely going on my playlist.
That moment where like they like put on their jackets, like that
Yeah.
slow-mo like sort of looking moment.
Mhm.
I don't even know if it's slow-mo, but it feels slow-mo. It's so badass.
Alright, so let's go ahead on to, I think this is our last one, Prison School, up to episode 4. This is a weird ass show. I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. I only watched it because Yoku said he's watching it. I was like, oh, let's go ahead and watch it and see what this is.
We're doing manga
Oh,
pod
really?
on Prison School next week.
I've heard the manga's actually supposed to be really good.
Awesome. The manga is supposed to be. I haven't read it yet, but it's supposed to be like even better than the anime. The pacing of it is a little bit different as well. So the jokes and just like moments, they're much more.
I had
Like,
no
fitting.
idea what this was.
But-
Like, I saw the poster of it, and I was like, I thought it was going to be something super serious, right? Because the art style is very serious, almost seinen-ish or something like that. And then you go into it, and it's just these boys who are perverts, and they're in jail for it. And it's like, and it's just a weird, I think it's the art that's like, that makes me conflicted of what I feel about this show. Because the thing that's going on is not serious at all, but the way they portray it is really like they're in a dire situation.
Are you saying farting in front of the whole school until you shit your pants is not a dire situation?
that was oh my gosh!
I
it just
felt
is so
like this, like
ridiculous.
these bro
Oh,
feelings
yeah.
for him though. I was like,
I think that's probably why I don't have bro feelings for these guys.
it's like,
It's like, why?
you do that for me, man.
This guy is so dedicated.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Yeah, this is another series I kind of put on hold because I'm waiting for the dub to catch up. I did watch episode 1 of the dub that Funimation is also doing weekly, alongside Gangsta, and I honestly prefer the dub over over the subtitled version because I really like Funimation's comedy like voices that they do, their voice actors do, and this series has so much over the top yelling and screaming and other bullshit that it's just very entertaining to watch. I might actually end up rewatching all the episodes up to what I'm on right now on the sub version, just because I just want to laugh because I know I'm gonna laugh my ass off watching it even though I already know what's coming up because I want to hear the reactions in in my native language, and it sounds pretty fitting, and also that big guy with the small face. His voice is just
what I'm doing
so,
right now,
so
actually, was looking up
hilarious.
who the hell that voice actor is, because
It's funny because like I did not expect his voice to be that. When he first spoke, I was just like,
I did see the trailer for that one too, and oh my god, like how do you even do that voice? Like I said, it sounds like before we started recording, it sounds like an obese Gollum. It is.
That's how he
Oh my
sounds.
god, I need to watch this.
You can just watch the trailer and get that. Like the salivating sound was awesome too. But where is it?
Yeah. Our script is so good. It's ridiculous. I like it because that adds like another layer to the show. I'm telling you, just like the voices. I did not expect the dub to be that. Actually, I did not even expect them to dub this. Like that's a pretty weird series for them to choose to dub. But Funimation
Well,
knows
not only
where
that,
the money's at.
I don't know.
because people
To me,
people are gonna
it's
be
completely
into this.
different. I hear Funimation, that's all I think of is like the pervy anime. They get all of them.
Yeah, they do tend to jump on those because they know people like that stuff and
Yeah,
people will
it's
hate
like
to see
who
that.
has High School DxD
So-
again? Oh, Funimation.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, it's kind of cool. Like they're broadcast dubbing 3 series, and they're all like three different type of series completely. Like Prison School is this big, like one of the perviest anime we've gotten in a very long time. Might even be one of the most perviest anime we'll see ever. And Gangsta is this badass mafia, old time, all these crazy fights and shit. And then we got the third one, which is that Sky Wizard.
I love
piece of
that.
shit,
That's a
but
fact.
That's a whole other story.
The guy, Andre's
they're
voice
doing
actor, played
All
Krillin.
those things.
I love that. That's a fact.
Really?
So that's what that
Can I
guy's
also,
doing.
like,
Oh my
say-
god,
Oh.
I just heard his voice. The frick?
I
It's
love
so
the fact
fitting,
that, like,
though.
just think of that. That's Krillin.
Um,
Right there. That's Krillin.
no. Maybe they chose it because they wanted to have fun with the show. I mean, the show is really fun. And it's like, again, it's serious. Like, the tone of it is serious. But it's not. Like, in the end of the day, it's not a serious show. And I don't know, the characters are fun. I love the principal. He's hilarious.
He's also Usopp from One Piece.
Wait.
Yeah, the voice actor for Andre for Prison School.
Oh my god.
He's also Usopp. He played Hughes? No.
Maze Hughes?
Yeah.
No way. No. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's a large
incredibly
variety of
Well,
voice
he's definitely
actors.
not like, what's his name? Johnny Young Bosch, who just sounds the same throughout, like, everything.
There was a series that I watched where he sounded a little bit different, but I don't know. what it
Eureka
was.
7? What's his name?
It might have been it might have been a Akame ga Kill.
Is he?
I think he's in the new Akame ga Kill dub. Yeah, I watched the first episode dubbed, and I think I heard his voice there, and I'm like, wait, is that Johnny Young Bosch? And then I went back and I looked.
Okay.
And
He
I'm
is
like, that
like
wow.
he
He's
He's doing
loves
his voice a little bit
animation.
different.
This guy. He is also Kuro Sensei in Ass Class. That's actually I did not expect that one because I did not know his voice at all
Well,
based
because
on
he
that.
sounds like, I don't know, like he's gurgling something.
I
Okay.
guess sorry, my mind went.
Well, I don't know, he was licking the booby girl's boots during that time, so...
He got one of the best characters. Like that's so funny. Like I love like they just frolic around. It's
Well, yeah,
such
they
a good
haven't
show.
really, those characters haven't really done much. It's mostly, you know, the main guy, whatever his name is, I can't remember, and the creepy otaku dude.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
been the
so
ones that
I'm wondering, like, do
had the
those
most screen
guys
time, for
have
sure.
any play in this in the future? Because he's just kind of, they're just, yeah, because
Yeah.
they're still
No, they probably do. They probably do.
Just watching them frolic.
This is
around
like
in
the first
background was
arc,
Good enough
yeah.
for me because that was literally the thing that happened. They just frolicked in the background.
But it's such an awkward situation with the thing when he actually got out with her to go to the sumo wrestling, and
I
then
was
she
like,
finds her
no!
uniform in his bag. Oh man, that's exactly what I should have
I
expected.
know.
You should have taken
It
the
was like,
bag,
oh,
dog.
you finally got everything is going so good, and then that happened, and that was hers, right? I think that was
Yeah.
hers. Oh,
Actually
Yeah, that was-
didn't see
that
that
was-
coming
was
because I thought it was
hers.
gonna be another girl and she was gonna be jealous. It was gonna be, typical.
Right.
Nope, they pull one over on me there.
they made it even
they got
worse.
me with that one.
They made the situation even worse, and it's funny because these guys are they're like the only guys in school, and I don't know, it's just such a fun show, but at the same time, I'm kind of like my heart's pounding, like oh my god, especially with the last one where she opens the door and what's gonna happen next, kind of thing, and I just
Why?
there's just so much tension, I guess, to it, but it's still like pretty funny, and
Why is the vice president always so moist?
what's wrong with being
that's
moist?
just a thought I had. Like I think about it because isn't that a scene that happened
That's the booby girl,
already?
right? The booby
Yeah, no,
lady?
but isn't it already a scene that happened with the hemorrhoids? Yeah, okay, so that happened already. So
Yeah,
and she was like doing like squats for no reason right there, and it was like it was like super moist.
Oh yeah, right
and, like,
above
the
him.
She's
drops just
sweating,
come
you
down
know.
on him.
Squats is.
Yeah, it's
I
very
mean, you're doing
it's
squats,
very
especially
humid
doing
over
all that.
there.
Taking a lot of-
Listen, she gets like when she's the president though, she just gets moist out of nowhere. It's like insta moist.
So what do you guys think of like the censorship? Like, are you okay with it? Do you prefer it not being censored?
They've released uncensored version.
Oh, have they?
some episodes.
I've only seen the censored version of the show.
They're going uncensored. They're with the Blu-ray release, and I have watched some clips, and they do show full nipplage.
Aw, yeah.
Nipplage.
Nipplage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really don't mind censorship at this point as well.
I mean, yeah, I didn't really care much about it. I mean, there's already been, like, I don't know, people complain, like, oh, there's so much censorship, and then when they got fan service, they're like, oh no, fan service is bad. So I'm just
Well-
kind of like, well, what do you want?
I don't know. I don't mind censorship like in something like this when I'm watching it now because I'll probably rewatch it on a Blu-ray release because I'll probably buy it eventually.
No!
I buy everything. Let's just be honest there. I own shows I shouldn't own, but I'll own it at some point. I'll watch it uncensored and I'll be like, oh, well, that was an experience. It was actually kind of different. And that's it. It's different with something like Tokyo Ghoul and that came out. Like you can't censor violence. That's different. If you censor violence, it kind of ruins the show.
Yeah.
Fan service, on the other hand, it's like, oh, I didn't get to see a nipple there. Okay.
Well, there goes my life.
I lost out on a nipple.
But yeah, so, I mean, I don't know, this show is just fun, I think. I heard that not a lot of people enjoyed it, though, so I'm kind of wondering why, but I really like it. I didn't know what I was going to get myself into, so.
I think that's why some people don't like it. They had no clue what they were getting themselves into.
Yeah, but it was, like, still fun at the end of the day.
This show goes too far, and that's what makes it so funny. But some people don't like that. So,
Aw, party poopers.
that's my opinion anyways.
Party poop. I like all this shit that's happening in this show. I don't know. It's just over the top and it's great. And I would recommend it over and over again. I don't care who you are. I'd recommend it.
It is a good comedy. I mean,
It is.
just look at it as a comedy. Don't look at, like, anything else, really.
Well, I mean, that's really it's definitely not for everyone. I can see there's people that would not enjoy this. But if you're watching anime and you've been watching anime for a long time, you'll probably find some enjoyment from this. Just saying.
I'm gonna take this moment to call out my favorite show on Crunchyroll right now. Wife is a student council president. If you want to see some nipples, go watch that. It's on Crunchyroll, uncensored.
Nipple suckage is happening over there.
Oh.
Wait, is that new one?
Yeah,
It's like, what, 3
Yeah,
minutes?
no, they're 8 minutes.
They're 8
8
minutes.
minutes? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I've seen that one. Yeah, I was recommended that one by random.
The fact that they're doing it uncensored, like
Good
that,
job,
that
Random.
one, that one is it's important to have uncensored. Okay, I'm sorry.
Random's like, hey, dude, they show nipples. I'm like, all right.
When I finally got Sheena to watch it, like that, the first thing I said was like, when they end a episode, like the first episode with some titty sucking, it's a good show.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, and it's also cool that it's not like a 24-minute per episode.
no,
Oh,
because
yeah.
once again,
I like short series like this.
Yeah.
And
it's the same with like how Bikini Warriors was. Like, if it was longer, I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much.
yeah, you'd get a little bit annoyed. Halfway through, you'd kind of be like, oh,
Okay,
still
well,
going?
he sucked on her
It's
titties
still-
for 4 minutes now.
it's still going.
Still going. Okay, we're done.
Can we just make this hentai already?
I know, right?
Oh shit, they've fallen off. That's what happens when you make a 24-minute episode.
Get Faku right on this right now. I would pay for that.
Fuck who gets involved, there's gonna be tentacles.
No. No tentacles. No
But
tentacles.
yeah, is there any other series you really discussed, or was that all?
That's all
That
we had to
was-
discuss. We can discuss
That
more,
was
though.
all, yeah. That was all that we had to discuss. But if you wanted to add something else.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I haven't been caught up with a lot of stuff. I've those are like most of the anime I'm watching. I am watching like Dragon Ball Super and Overlord.
I heard Super
and,
wasn't that good. Like, or the
I
art was kind of
like
weird.
I like Super. I like Super.
Okay.
It's Super.
what's your take on that? What was it, episode 5 drama?
I haven't watched 5 yet, but I do know that the art is supposed to be.
Is
kinda-
is that
kinda
fight where he doesn't have a face?
Yeah, but I don't really care because this is like the same stuff as what happened in that Dragon Ball Z movie, the Battle of the Gods.
Mhm.
So I'm just kind of watching it very, very just here and there, and without really paying full attention to it because obviously you already know what's gonna happen to it if you have seen the movie.
Mhm.
I'm just waiting for it to get to a new arc, anime original arc. That's where it's gonna really start for me. So right now, this is just kind of extras, because it goes a little bit more in depth with like what happened at those moments. The anime was only an hour and a half long compared to all these episodes. But yeah, it's all right. So my opinion might change in it once there's new content. But
Mhm.
I'm also watching Overlord. That's like the video game anime
Of the
of the
season.
Is it?
season.
'Cause I haven't given it a
Yeah,
chance yet.
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't gone to
yeah.
it
It's
yet.
the anime that this dude gets stuck in this game. Pretty much, it was shutting. The servers were shutting down, and he gets stuck in the game, and he's like the only person that's in the game, and everybody else is NPCs. But he's this crazy, like, powerful overlord. So
Is it like a virtual reality kind of thing?
yeah, it's one of those things. I
Okay.
mean, I don't they don't really go out into like talking about the real world, and he's like most of the time he's in character to
Mhm.
show to the NPCs that he's like this powerful ruler, because all the NPCs have personalities and consciousness now that like he can talk to them and communicate and stuff than compared to how he used to before. So
Mhm.
he always tries to be like this powerful guy, but in his mind, he's always like, oh man, what do I say now? What do I do now? But then he's just like, I am the Lord. Yeah, so,
Well, that
and
sounds interesting.
it's kind of interesting. The first few episodes were kind of boring, but the recent few have been getting a little bit more interesting. So I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to
That's on
watching more of
Funimation.
that. I think so.
Is he technically a Digimon now?
Yeah. I'm not sure where
He's
that's
trapped in
gonna.
the digital world. We're still waiting on
I
that,
don't
by the
know if it's
way.
I don't know if it's the digital world though. It's kind of like one of those
Well,
things where
technically.
it became like a parallel universe in a way. But
Yeah.
my favorite anime actually of the season is none of the ones we've talked about. I just want to briefly mention it because I know we've been going on for a while already. Uh, but my number one favorite one is Akagami no Shirayuki Hime, the Snow White with the red hair.
I've heard
That
nothing but good things
Bones
about that.
that Bones anime, and it's just the most jolly series to watch. I mean,
Jolly?
Jolly? That's an interesting way to describe it.
it makes me happy. It's one of those series. It's not doesn't mean it's always like happy moments happening in it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like one of those anime that even though there's all these trials and things that go down in the series and between the characters and all that stuff, in the end I'm always just sitting there with a smile on my face with how they resolve things and just the atmosphere of the show. It's just I don't know. I can't even really explain beyond that why I really like this series, and every episode has been just awesome to watch. So I definitely recommend it if you guys haven't checked it out yet. It's my favorite.
On the other spectrum, has anybody watched Pillow Boys?
I have not watched that, but
Wait, what?
You haven't heard of Pillow Boys?
I've been reading some tweets
No.
on it. There's been some really
yeah.
weird quotes from that series.
Well, can I just read like the synopsis or whatever that's on the Annie chart?
Go ahead.
The anime promises a new and novel sleeping side-by-side experience, entirely in the first-person perspective, to heal tired hearts. It revolves around 12 Makura no Dashi, Pillow Boys, all full of distinctly individual personalities, each cater to viewers who like a certain type. The boys all live in the same town underneath a starry sky. Each of the Pillow Boys will star in his own weekly episode as they sleep beside you and whisper. That's literally what the show is.
It's a short.
Yeah, it's
like,
a short.
Few minutes per episode series as well.
But
Oh, so that's what I keep seeing that poster.
that's what the yaoi looking one on Crunchyroll is.
That's what I thought. I was just like, okay, skip that. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Wait, is it a short? It's a short,
it's only
right?
4
Please let
minutes.
it be. Okay. I might
People
watch
have
it
been
then.
people have been like finding entertainment from it.
Okay, I might have to watch
that
it
I've
then,
heard.
Just 'cause. Wait, so it's from the first person point of view of a pillow?
No. You are.
That's what I thought from
No,
it.
you're laying there. Like, that's the idea. You're supposed to be laying there.
You're a pillow.
right next to the character.
It has nothing to do with the anime. You're just a pillow.
You're just a pillow. You get to see this person's head on you. No, you're sleeping next to the character as they whisper to you as you go to bed. Is what it's supposed to be.
Oh, I'm so gonna do that tonight. Okay.
Is this gonna
I'm lay
be
down with my
your
iPad.
ASMR? Like of the
Yes,
night.
I don't need.
I hope you fall asleep
things.
quick though, because it's only a few minutes per episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I love that idea because I just imagined what was it again? What are they called? The sleeping place where you can go in Japan where you can
The
like,
cuddle
lay on a girl-
cafes?
Yeah, the cuddle cafe. It's taking a cuddle cafe to the next level. We're just gonna make it into a show, except this one's for the girls.
Oh my god.
You have this very homosexual-looking young man who will sleep next to you and, you know, whisper in your ears
Very interesting things.
about
to
what
hear.
about what he did on that yaoi bed the other night.
Oh no, I have to
I-
watch this now.
I really wonder why they picked that art style. Because it has to be appealing to girls, right? Like, that's what they're trying to go for, isn't it? But yet they picked the yaoi art style.
It's it makes me want to just tuck him into bed.
Actually, I guess that works. I mean, women like yaoi.
I just want to like, put a blanket over him because he looks cold.
No, he's supposed to be tucking you in, and he's supposed to, like, whisper...
No,
to
he's
you
not
sweet-
doing a good job. He's already laying in bed.
Listen, he's whispering sweet nothings to you, okay?
Sweet
This
nothing.
is... I don't even know why that's a saying, but yeah, that's what he's doing.
Okay. Okay. I'll
I-
take it.
I just love the fact that it exists. That's all. The fact that it exists warms my heart.
Thank you, Japan.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Thank you very much. I don't know. I mean, probably one of the things that I've been watching a lot is Himoto-chan, Umaru Himoto. I am in love with that show. I don't know what it is. It's just so cute.
Have you watched any of that,
she's-
Yoku?
I don't think I have.
Have you even looked into it even?
I'm trying to figure out what that is.
It's some people say it's like the moe anime of the season, which at times I guess it is, but it's another just really good comedy in my opinion.
I think
No,
it
I
would've
haven't
been-
checked it out, but I have seen like around.
You've seen
people talking
gifs
about
of it, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually good. Okay, it's a good comedy. It's
I pre-ordered her hoodie, by the way. She
Yeah,
wears like a
that's-
hoodie, like this hamster hoodie, and I pre-ordered it. Don't judge me.
not the most excited about that because I know she's gonna wear it around me.
I'm gonna wear it
Hmm.
every day.
But like it's just a good comedy. Like it could be less moe and I wouldn't mind. Like you don't
It's
watch
a-
this show for the moe, you watch this for the comedy. Come on.
Yeah, it has a lot of interesting, funny moments in it. Anything?
You're loving Charlotte because the
Oh,
cause
Charlotte,
because of the ketchup.
because of the pizza. No, it's the
Yeah.
pizza sauce.
Whatever.
Freaking.
Yeah,
oh.
I ended up skipping on that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's the feels anime of the season, I guess.
You're only
Feels-
saying that because of episode 6.
Because, well, yeah, okay. Well, it's like Angel Beats basically, because it's very comedic, but then there's feels. There's still like sad things that happen. Very sad things that happen.
Did you
so-
watch episode 7?
Yes, the new one.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I can't really say much because Yoku is here.
Yeah, I
but-
haven't seen
Well, not only, I haven't seen it either.
Oh no. Okay, never mind. I can't say anything then. Ooh.
I'm just
We'll say
wondering if my
no.
prediction was true. Did she really just buy pizza sauce?
No, she did not buy pizza sauce.
Because that would have been the best mind fuck.
That's
ever.
an interesting discussion. Like, did she buy
JK.
the pizza sauce or did she not?
She did not buy the pizza sauce. Those were genuine.
If you don't mind spoiling yourself, you can look on Sheena's Twitter, and there's a screenshot, and you'll instantly know what I'm saying. When I say pizza sauce,
You wouldn't know
you'll
the
wonder
context
why.
of it, but
Yeah, you wouldn't know the context. Be like, oh, okay, like that could be pizza sauce. Okay,
who was the person I retweeted that from? He's a YouTuber from like wherever.
can't deny that would have been such a good mind fuck though.
Yeah, just kidding. I had a jar of pizza sauce.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
It would have
would've-
been no. Okay, well, never mind. I was gonna say
Everybody
something.
would have fallen for it. Everybody.
I want to say something. I can't. No. Mm.
They even set themselves up for it.
The pizza sauce part.
Yeah, because it's gonna be the revenge of the pizza sauce.
Oh Anyways, anything else? Because I can't. We can't keep talking about Charlotte because I'm gonna end up spoiling something.
Yeah, for me and for Yoku, potentially, if he ever gets around to it.
If you-
Yeah, I might end up watching it at one point.
I mean, there's Gate.
But yeah,
Gate too. I don't know if you're watching Gate.
I haven't
It's-
watched
it's-
Gate. I think I pretty much talked about everything I'm watching, or at least everything I care about.
Gate has a really good opening.
It does. Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
Gate.
Same, I knew right when I saw it, though. You can't deny that. I called that instantly. I was like, that's the same band that did the opening for High School of the Dead, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And it is.
Because it sounds just like the opening for High School of the Dead. It's just
They don't.
not.
They don't have really variety in their style of music.
It's like the original, like, what was it?
Linkin
Linkin
Park?
album. That one album of theirs had, like, it was like everything sounded the same. That's why you liked it.
Or Nickelback.
Yeah, that's probably what you would say.
I would have said Nickelback first.
Listen, I still like Nickelback. It doesn't matter.
Can mash up all their songs into one.
They do all sound the same. I get that, but it's still good.
That's
I
why it
still
was
wanna look at
successful.
Yeah. Just let me look at the damn photograph.
All right, so I think that's it. Anything, Ray, you want to mention?
I'm just hoping God Eater becomes better. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
the
way
only-
too hyped up, man.
I mean, everything else we talked about for the most part, I'd say I'm enjoying so far.
Yeah, good season.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
That's
good
was
season.
I wasn't expecting a lot, to be honest. Like I was like, this is gonna be my season to catch up on spring stuff, and I'm like, damn it, everything's good.
Kind of, yeah. Like, a lot of the stuff was a surprise. I will say, we didn't mention it, but Monster Musume, the anime, is just, it doesn't,
Nope,
I
we're not
don't
mentioning
think
that. Nope. Shh.
I don't think...
I ain't watching that.
Shh. I dropped it. I'm done. I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it... I think manga, I could see it working. I don't think the anime it works. It becomes too annoying.
I couldn't
We-
even see Best Girl. Like I know I watched the manga pod that you guys were talking about it.
That was like the most fun manga fun ever.
We didn't care if we were spoiled by it. We're like, we're watching this. We watched it on the big screen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really fun one, and I think that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. If we ever end up reading again for Manga Pod, that's the only time I'll ever probably expose myself to that series again.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it at
The
all.
thing is, though, I could still see the manga working and, like, being good to some people. The anime, though, like, all the characters become so annoying. Is it like that with the manga?
Yeah,
Really? Okay, well, I guess it just sucks, then.
I was annoyed by most of them.
Okay, I guess it's just not that great, then.
They revealed you guys' Best Girl, the Spider Girl, and I was like, nah, I don't want to watch it anymore. Sorry.
I
was
didn't
like-
I didn't even get there.
That's the thing. Like I think.
Arachnia.
Yeah, the spider. Yeah, Arachne. The I don't know.
I like that name, though. Can I just keep point to put that out there? I love that that's her name.
Because they could come up with anything better.
It's just so unoriginal and uninspired that it's so good.
Is she a spider? What should we name her? Oh, Arachne. Like like the spider? Yeah. Okay.
No, like Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Like what?
Like Daphne from Scooby-Doo. That's where they got it from. They modeled her after Daphne.
Okay. I don't know. Well, I saw on Twitter that they finally revealed her, and I'm like, I don't have the energy to watch that and see Best Girl, so I'm like, forget it. Dropped. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's
So-
the only other thing I can really think of. Everything else I haven't gotten around to yet.
I mean, there's still Food Wars. But I don't know if you're watching Food Wars.
That's
I haven't watched Food Wars, but I have read the manga.
How far did you get with the manga?
Pretty far. I haven't read it. I was caught up at one point to it. I'm in the hundreds.
Okay. So you know what I know then. At least.
Yeah, it's pretty damn.
You
good.
probably know more than me. I think
It's more. There's a lot more to it. What people usually like reference about it, like the
especially at first.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, people
so
were
much
saying that
better.
he was too badass and too OP.
It becomes really good.
Yeah. Well, I'm only.
I've actually been following it ever since it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't even know it existed until they mentioned that it was going to come out. Like, it was like, that was like when I was buying a crap ton of manga, like crazy. And I love, like, cooking stuff. So, like, it really appealed to me. I bought it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah, it was back in the day, years ago, when I was just like, oh, what is this new manga? You know, this looks kind of stupid, but I'm still gonna read it. And then I ended up like catching up. I think there was like 5 or so chapters out at that point. I ended up following it for like a couple of years.
It's basically like an anime high school version of Chopped, where they just do cooking challenges. Kind of.
far
With-
as
with-
you are.
Well, I've been watching a lot of Chops, so I'm like, wow, this is like Food Wars. They
Now-
do challenges.
I'm assuming, Yoki, you got through the whole tournament arc then, based on how far
Yeah.
you're saying.
No,
Yeah,
sh-
it goes through.
No, I already told you that was happening. You already know
Oh,
what's
I know,
happening
I
from
know
the
it's
anime.
happening. I know
Okay.
it's happening. I just don't want to know.
What was it? Yeah, episode 20 is coming out next. Episode 19 just came out, so it's 5 technically, right? 1. Or no, it's just 4.
Yeah, 5 more episodes. 4 more.
Yeah. But either way it goes, I don't think they're going to finish tournament arc that fast, right? There's too much detail that went into that, because I actually read a lot of the stuff that happened.
Yeah, I hope they don't rush anything though.
Oh no, I'm scared.
My prediction is they're going to end the prelims, and that's how they're going to end the season.
Do you think they're gonna make another season? It's popular enough, it seems.
Yeah, I
so
think they'll make
I
another
hope.
season, but I think they're ending this season at the end of the prelims.
I'll probably end up marathoning it once it ends.
Yeah, that's just based on what I know from reading further ahead and where it's at. That's what I think's going to happen, but I don't know. Because it seems like they're going to rush next episode a bit. But that's also stuff that was kind of minor, so it's not a big deal.
We just have to wait and see.
Like, do you really need to see the episode, like the character train for the whole episode? I don't think so.
Montage it.
I think that's kind of what they're going to do, because didn't it seem like they're just going to start it right away? Based on
seemed
the,
like it, 'cause
the preview?
Seemed like it, yeah.
Yeah, and like there's enough material of him like training for it that they could have made a whole episode out of that. So I think they're probably gonna rush it a little bit, and they might get through it. They might, or at least part of it. I don't know how long it actually gets because volume 12 that we bought over at what was it, Kinokuniya? It looked like they were still in it, which there's no way.
Oh, in the
yeah,
the
there's
cover.
no way. Yeah, based on the cover, but there's no way that's the case. It can't be, right? Is that a
I don't
Well,
remember how long exactly it was.
Was it-
Tournament arcs can last a while.
It was pretty. It was pretty long. It was long. It was longer than the typical arc. But
I'm just wondering because it's already been like a volume and a half. I've already like a volume and a half into like the English release because that's what I'm doing. I'm just reading all the English release of it, and I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I'm worried about Food Wars there. I don't want them to end it badly.
Well, let's hope not. I mean, it seems very popular enough to be like a really long-running
Yeah, I
series.
feel pretty confident. Plus, how many volumes is out now?
Isn't it also it's in Shonen Jump, isn't it?
Yes.
there's a lot. There's quite a bit of chapters out already.
Yeah, it's in
I-
Jump too, so.
Yeah, I don't see that not getting another season. It's just
I hope they. Yeah, it's good that they're taking breaks and like a season in between at least, or a couple seasons in between, so that it gives time for the manga to kind of jump ahead a little bit more.
yeah. Okay. So according to this, they're gonna be halfway at the end of this season. So I don't know. That means there's enough material for another season, but they'd only be able to get like 48 episodes, and then they'd be pretty much almost caught up, even with a break of a season or two.
And
Yeah.
he's gonna have to wait a while.
Yeah. I mean.
But it might come to an end with the manga at one point. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like a massively long series.
I'm
It
just.
already has quite a bit of chapters.
Yeah. I'm just saying if it ends soon, like, they're actually timed the start of it perfectly. Then, if it doesn't, then I don't know. Because like Magi sort of ended up having like a huge issue with that. I don't know if you know anything about that, but Magi caught up and it's an ongoing series, the manga. So
Yeah, I've seen the first season of manga. And that's it
yeah,
so far. I have read ahead in the manga though. I really like that series too.
yeah, that's the problem with Magi right now. They did that, and I don't want them to do that with Food Wars. It's only relevant because it's currently airing though. But Food Wars is so good, so good, so good.
Mhm.
If you're not watching it, watch it.
Yes,
JC7.
you must.
Same people that are doing those moist, prison school
Moist.
girls.
She is very moist.
I love that word though, and that's the best way to describe her. She's moist.
I would have said sweaty, but I guess that's one way.
I don't know. I like the word moist.
Okay. Well, yeah, so I guess that's it. That's all the anime that we have on our lists. So, Yoku, why don't you go ahead and plug yourself?
I forgot how to do this. Probably check the description or Google Yokorama and you'll find some stuff. But if you want to talk to me, I'm on Twitter a lot. So if you search at Yokorama Talks, you'll find me, and yeah, that's where we can chat. But apart from that, I'm not really anywywhere else except manga.
That's the closest thing to new content you'll get.
Me
Mhm.
complaining
Twitter.
or yelling and freaking out about Rocket League a lot and things like that. So
You will do some random ass shit on Twitter.
yeah, it's fun. Twitter's always been one of the fun places, and even if I would like permanently just like leave YouTube, I think I'd always be somewhat on Twitter. I mean, Twitter is a great place.
Sometimes.
Always.
All right.
Come on, shit, it's not Tumblr.
All right, we'll end it at that. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.